Oh, it's a happy day indeed. My dear friend John, aka Cowboy USA, has bequeathed upon me a Kermie. Oh, it's getting Kermie crowded in here. Thank you so much, John, aka Cowboy USA, supporter of the Kermie cause. If you have a Kermie laying around that's not being loved like a Kermie should be and you'd like to send it to me, send me an email, RyanLent@gmail.com, and whatever the postage is, I'm going to donate that to some turtle-related foundation, and you'll get a song of your choice. John wanted Local H, Bound for the Floor, and when I saw that, I was like, what on earth is that? And then when I heard it, I was like, oh, that song! This song is awesome. This is such a fun song to play. I'm very excited to show you the song, which is what's happening now. Step 1, detune your guitar. All of the strings will go down 1/2 step, so instead of Eddie 8 Dynamite Goodbye Eddie, you will have E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, B flat, E flat. If you don't know how to get there, I've made a video on that. I will put the link in the description, or just don't detune your guitar. Then you won't be able to play along with the song, but it'll be a lot less of a hassle, right? Okay, then take your pointer finger and put it on D2. The Mighty Ducks are back. And take your pinky finger and put it on G4. Your pinky finger, not your ring finger. You will see it gives you more range of motion for what you need to do here. And when we play this chord, all we want to hear is the A string, the D string, and the G string. So kind of nudge your thumb up there so it just touches just a little bit the E string, and you'll mute the B and the E strings just sort of naturally by doing this with your hand, and then you can wail away and you will only hear those 3 notes. Then the middle finger goes on to the A string 3rd fret. For the last strum, it comes off, so it's like a little walk down to the E string 3rd fret. Okay, so far we have our first shape. Middle finger to E3. And then this is where we get to move our hand, or we have to. Middle finger is going to A5, and pointer finger is going to take care of that G4 note. That's that note that's wailing away that whole time. And the G string is going to go 4, 4, 4, 5, 4, and then kind of an open junk strum there. And put that all together, and we have... not been able to stop doing that since I figured it out. Awesome. I'm sure that you've realized by now that it is not this. While that's the right notes and the right chords, it's the wrong feel because it doesn't have any short notes in there, no staccato chords in there, and that's what we need to do to make it feel like this song. So we can do that with a combination of your left hand just kind of squeezing right when you strum there to make it a short note, and your right hand doing the karate chop to make the chord stop ringing out. For the purposes of this discussion, I'm just going to use my right hand. You can go ahead and work on your left hand there if you want, but your right hand all by itself will be just fine and a great place to start for you beginning staccato executors here. So we want short, short, long, short, followed by short, long, short, long, 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 long. Followed by, the same as the first one, short, short, long, short, and then followed by the same as the second one. So short, long, 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 long. Nice and super slow. Short, short, long, short. Short, long, short, long, 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 long. Short, short, long, short. Short, long, short, long, 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 long. The chorus is just 4 power chords, just 4. A, different from an A major chord, which has the B string, right? 2nd fret. We're going to mute that B string, so we're just going to have A, D, and G. That's it for our A power chord. A, up to C on the 3rd fret of the A string, down to G on the 3rd fret of the E string, on the 5th fret of the A string. So, as simple as A, C, G, D, repeat, 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 but there's some in-between notes. Coming into it, the pickup notes are A2, 3, 2, E3, so into our A, and then going up to the C, we make a quick stop on that B note on the A string 2nd fret. And then from here, the A string's gonna go to open into G, and then a super quick stop up at the A power chord before we play the D power chord. The A power chord here, mind you, not here. It could just be an A note. But that feels like too much switching my hand around. You can play the open A string, but that feels like I'm gonna miss. So anyways, here we go. So on and so on. For the bridge, the breakdown, it's more of a breakdown than a bridge. We got a guitar wailing away on G4 and 2. Right, and the background guitar is just playing the power chords. Just kind of palm mute style. That's it. That's all there is to say about Local H, Bound for the Floor. John, Cowboy USA, thank you so much again for the Kermie. Everybody else, thank you so much for being here. I hope this one specifically was enjoyable and helpful, and I will see you next time with more stuff. Goodbye. Bonus music, Let's Learn Music Theory addendum. We haven't done one of these in a long time. Okay, what I want to talk about here is something that totally fascinates me every time it comes up, and that's we have a note that's not changing, but the notes underneath that note are changing, and thereby this note is changing, relatively speaking. Allow me to explain. So we have this first shape, it's open to 4. That is an A and an E, an A power chord, but we're adding this B note in there. That's what it is, G string 4th fret, and B is the 2nd note and the 9th note of the A major scale. So we've got an A suspended 2 or an A add 9, doesn't matter what you call it, but it's the same thing as doing this, right? Open B string on your A chord, but it's got a little bit of a different effect because we don't have that other A note in our A chord. We've got a 3 note A suspended 2 or add 9 chord. Okay, when we move to that C chord, that's the 3rd fret of the A string, makes it a C bass note. That B note is now the major 7th note of our C chord, so it's a C major 7 now. We haven't done much, but it's getting fancier and fancier. Then, when we switch to G, this B note belongs in our G chord. There's a B note in a G chord. It's on the A string 2nd fret. So the weird note from this chord is now that note, the D string 2nd fret. It's an E, that's G's 6th, so we're playing a G6 here. And then when we move up to the D, we've got, well, let's see, the major, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a D6 as well. B is G's 3. It's not a G6. Oh yeah, I got it. The D was the 6th, the D2, E note, was the 6th from the G chord. Now our B note is the 6th from our D chord, so now we're playing a D6. And that makes it a D7, a super weird note to kind of, it sounds like and feels like it'd be a sus4 thing, right? But it's a 6 to a dominant 7. And there you have it. The reasons why I find this riff completely fascinating. Awesome. Goodbye.